When it comes to Houston, I think there's one of the biggest gems that people often underappreciate. If you need it, you appreciate it. If you don't need it, you don't think much of it. And maybe you should because it's a real gem. So, how many of you know about the Texas Medical Center in Houston? It's a great place. It's massive, it's enormous. I've been there as a patient, as a visitor, as a fanboy of the Texas Medical Center. My dad, for years later in his life, worked as a EMT, and he used to do a lot of transfers to the Texas Medical Center, taking people in and out of that place. It's a really cool place, and it's an often overlooked gem of Houston. A lot of these hospitals have these kind of micro museums, and they're telling us a story. And in fact, I think we all probably have some sort of story about the medical center, um, good, bad, ugly, indifferent, sad, happy, whatever story about the medical center. But one of my earliest memories of the Houston Medical Center had nothing to do with the Texas Medical Center. So people often ask me what inspired me to be a journalist, what inspired me to be an artist, what inspired me to do what I do every single day, go out and talk to people. It was the Texas Medical Center in a weird sort of way. It was Dr. Red Duke. Now, if you remember Dr. Red Duke, he was a mighty of a man, a real Texas legend, one of the early fathers of modern emergency medicine and the helicopter transport system. He was instrumental in getting that done. He was a hard worker. He would work his living tail off. But he was also a very plain spoken man, a very common man. And I remember very vividly one time when I was a kid in San Antonio, he would have this little thing on the news. Uh, I remember it in the morning when I was getting ready for the day, getting ready for school and stuff. The Dr. Red Duke from the University of Texas Health Science Center in Houston. I'm Dr. Red Duke. That's about the best impression I can get of him. But I remember one day he was doing this video about potatoes. And he was talking about how the potato always gets this raw kind of reputation. Okay. And he reminded me that it wasn't necessarily the potato that was the problem. It was what we put on the potato. It was the bacon, it was the butter, it was the cheese, it was the sour cream. But the potato itself has a lot of nutrients. And so I remember becoming a real fan of Dr. Red Duke and his down home way of talking to people and relating to people and his small town Central Texas work ethic. That is what kind of inspired me to talk to people at the level that I probably do today. I don't want this to turn into a tribute to Red Duke, although it could, and the role that Red Duke played on my life. But uh, more so, it's a tribute to the Texas Medical Center and this big, beautiful, sprawling expansion of research and knowledge and people doing things that are extraordinary, people getting treatments for things that, uh, you know, off the wall diseases or the everyday and mundane things. Uh, the Texas Medical Center is a place of innovation. It's a place of modernization. And it really, I think, is one of the greatest symbols of what makes Texas great. So one of the things that you can do is you can go through the Texas Medical Center, and I mentioned this a little bit earlier, go to some of these hospitals and just walk through them and look at some of the memoirs. Look at some of the photos on the wall, some of the names, some of the history, some of the stuff that really happened there. I mean, for crying out loud, this is where DeBakey and Cooley created the open heart surgery, right? You know, I mean, how many lives has that changed? Uh, you know, a lot of innovation comes from Texas. And I think the Texas Medical Center is a real example of one of the things that makes Texas great is the fact that we can innovate, we can adapt, we can overcome we can improvise, and we can all come together. So to me, when I drive through Houston, I generally take the train. I'm a fan of the train. I like public transportation. I just get off there at Herman Hospital and I just kind of wander around the medical center a little bit because I think it's this big, beautiful place that is often underappreciated. And it inspires me still to this day, even when I'm driving by it there and I'm taking a look at all the big buildings, or I'm riding on the train and I'm looking at all the people going to work there. Something about the Texas Medical Center inspires me. And it takes me back to when I was a childhood. And the memories of every single day, people are out there doing extraordinary things. People from all over the world come to our Texas Medical Center to get treatment. People come to the state of Texas for the latest innovations and the coolest things ever. And folks, that's something not to be taken lightly. It's something to be appreciated, and it's something to be respected. So, next time you're in Houston, go over to the University of Texas Health Science Center. Go over to Herman Hospital. Go over to Methodist. Go over to any one of the hospitals there and just wander through it. And allow yourself to be amazed at this marvel that's right here in our own backyard here in the state of Texas. There's still great things going on there every single day. You know, people are being healed. People are facing crazy trials in their lives. And they're coming to Texas to find an answer. And that should be the biggest inspiration to all of us, is that people are coming to Texas to find the answers to life's biggest problems. So go check out the Texas Medical Center. I think it's an absolute beautiful place. You're going to have people talk about its problems, and it does. No place is Shangri-La. No place is perfect. But the reality of it is, we can find inspiration in the craziest of places. And that's one of them. So, hey, my name is Matt. I really appreciate you guys signing up for this and subscribing for this. You guys are wonderful. It's just you and me having a conversation with each other, and I really appreciate it. No, I don't know what I would do without you. You guys have been an incredible change of our lives, and you guys are wonderful. Thank you for everything you do. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share, and tell me your story of the Texas Medical Center or Dr. Red Duke. We'll see you.